We have touch-off for the 81 Harvey 1000. And it's Dick Johnson of Queensland who leads from Kevin Bartlett going into the first turn, and just look at that wall of cars. All trying to find a way around that corner. 60 starters as they go through the turn. Let's make sure it is an incident-free first corner.
Johnny Harvey's made a great start, slipped through inside of Bobby Morris and is up in 4th place behind Johnson, Bartlett, Brock, then Harvey, then Morris.
Standing on the gas, Dick Johnson, but Bartlett is coming to him as they speed up Mountain Straight.
Up the top, up the mountain, across the top. Bartlett was enormously quick up there in yesterday's runoff.
Dick Johnson is the race leader. In 2nd place, pole sitter Kevin Bartlett, and Peter Brock is 3rd. Now down through the tricky, the torturous part of the racetrack. Working away hard is Dick Johnson. He's running for broke out in front. Here's Johnson. Now the brake duel. Whoa! Not much between them. There was almost a touch.
Bartlett's over the strip on the inside.
Boy, Dick Johnson wants to lead this in a hurry, and Brock says, let's make it 3 wide and have a real race of it.
Brock takes the inside run.
Oh,
Johnson's lost out in this battle. Bartlett maintains the lead. Brock is through to 2nd.
okay, Brock is now going to put the pressure on. I think Brock wants to get up there in front and run. Johnson says, hey, I was up there a minute ago. He's going back after it. The comparison of speed along going up the mountain straight between the Ford and the Commodore. Up over the top of the mountain, Kevin Bartlett in the Camaro. And right on his tail is Peter Brock. Going to put plenty of pressure on Bartlett and see if that thing can stop and run strong. Bob Morris, meantime, has moved up a little closer to Dick Johnson. So we have a Camaro, a Commodore, and 2 Fords in the top 4. This is pretty racy stuff in the opening laps. Kevin Bartlett is attacking the first 5 laps as though he was going for pole position again.
After 2 laps, Laurie Nelson's Capri on the pits. Geez, look at his nose to tail, and Bobby Morris is slipping right into the back of Dick Johnson.
We have a tremendous race going here for the lead, and I think Brock is getting a little agitated, just wants to harass Kevin Bartlett a little more, see if he can force him into error. He sat in behind. Look at Bartlett leading left and right down Conrod Straight. Here he is pulling out, and now going to race Kevin down, and just takes him very quickly. That was what Johnson tried to do, but got a fender caught in there at the same time. So, okay, a few laps down, and you listen to the crowd are up because it's Brocky coming from behind in the Commodore that takes Kevin Bartlett. The crowd goes wild along pit straight. Bartlett still in 2nd. Johnson is 3rd. Bob Morris is 4th. Garry Rogers 5th, and 6th place is held by John Harvey.
Oh, we might lose out on the corner here, I think. The right-hander.
Look at this, folks.
There's a definite touch. Bartlett's lost something.
Dearie me. They're attacking this like it's the Ovals at Talladega.
But right here and now, most people's predictions have gone out the window.
Have they what?
They said Brock wouldn't be able to keep pace with Johnson and Bartlett in the early laps.
Okay, oh, dearie me, Brock, I think has got problems, has he? He's pulled to the outside, and Bartlett, Brock is, I think, in trouble. Yes, he's been passed by Kevin Bartlett, goes back into the race lead. Johnson is in 2nd place.
Bobby Morris 3rd.
Peter Brock comes into the pit area, and certainly an unscheduled pit stop. Okay, troubles would it be for Kevin Bartlett? We'll wait and see. Yes, it looks like Kevin Bartlett is coming into the pit area.
It's just a complete and utter amateur nincompoop got in the way and turned right, just turned straight across my path and put me straight into the fence, and I took him, mate. That guy has to be black flag. I'm going to punch him in the mouth when the race is over.
There is our race leader. And I think it will be a happy day for all our viewers throughout Queensland with Dick Johnson, the man from Prudential, leading this quite nicely. We mentioned the problems that set Johnson last year. At this stage, the problems, and every race leader so far has had big problems, not Dick Johnson. He still has a good lead over John Harvey. As you can see, Dick Johnson, watch how he closes. Whether or not he takes him before Forest Elbow, we'll wait and see. There he is. That'll give you an idea of just how quick, in fact, the little Toyota Celica is down through the mountain. But as soon as they reach Forest Elbow, where they are about ready to reach now, you'll now see Dick Johnson with the booming V8 move to the outside and effect a pass. Here he comes. Wow. And we pan around as Dick Johnson takes Peter Williamson. Although he's not driving 25 because Johnny Harvey has come into contact with a car and is attempting to climb from the car. The other
car's going to lose his door if he doesn't shut it in a hurry.
Harvey is anything but happy about this arrangement. The other driver comes across the road. We'll see, dearie me, what wretched, like the Harvey tells it all by throwing his gloves on the ground. The other driver involved comes up and throws his gloves on the ground.
And you wouldn't believe it, on lap 44, car 44, spins off.
There's the view outside with all the marshals just trying to dig the sand out of the trap to enable him to get back onto the racetrack again.
Will you get a four-wheel drive?
A moment of some history is taking place at the moment, because for the first time ever in this race at Bathurst, a reigning world champion is about to go out on the track. Alan Jones being strapped into the cockpit of car 12.
There we see the car with our Formula One world driving champion, Alan Jones. Don't take too much away, because when they came into the pits with Warren Cullen at the wheel, they were in 6th position. So there is still a long way to go in this great race. We have an enormous traffic jam. We've had a horrendous crash at the top of the mountain. By the look of it, Bobby Morrison, number 7 is around sideways, 57 is there, one of the Recar team cars. We have an absolute blocked track at the top of the mountain.
Damage at all.
There's the view from Allan Grice's car. He's there, car 44. He's just stopped. He's not in damage, but there are a number of cars. Bob Morris's car is there. Bob Morris going so hard trying to get up the lead in 2nd place.
The track is completely blocked. A replay of it for you.
Well, Christine Cole is involved. She was very early there. You can see Christine on the left. Bob Morris came along. He spun there, the car going backwards. Christine was involved first with another car. There are cars on the other side. Alan Brown. The track is completely blocked. We have Allan Grice in car 44 talking there.
No worries, mate. How's your leg, all right?
Huh?
How's your leg?
I think I broke something in the hip.
And KB's okay. He said he's bruised his hip on the hip brace in his car.
Can you?
He's okay. It doesn't appear to me as though anybody else is damaged. When I arrived on the scene, there wasn't a great deal of activity trying to get people out of motor cars, so I can only assume that they've all safely got out.
With the decision on the fate of the race from the Australian Racing Drivers Club, Ivan Stibbard.
And the regulations say that after 60% of the distance has been covered and the red flag is used, the race must be declared. We cannot have a restart.
Well, that means that Dick Johnson is the winner under those conditions.
Yes, he had.